Hey there, Misfits. Welcome to Pages of Ascension. Welcome back if you've been hanging out with me for a little bit. A happy and merry 2020 to all of you out there. And I know it's like the 21st day of 2020, and I'm just now saying that. But this is the first video that I have uploaded as far as like new content, if you will. Since the years began, forgive your girl, but she needed a little bit of an extended vacation, okay? So... this is going to be an Ether Collective reading, and trying to think here. What else do I need to talk to y'all about really quick? Of course, if you don't like want to listen to any of this or watch me shuffle or whatever, the timestamp will be pinned to the top of the comments for you, okay? Yeah, so I have two of the free personal readings to schedule. So Dee and Grace, I will be reaching out to the two of you at some point this week through Instagram, and I'll give you a link to my calendar so we can finally get that scheduled. Thank you so much for your patience. Both of you know how energy works, and sometimes it doesn't always work when you want it to. So homegirl needed a vacay. The homegirl took a vacay, but I am ready to get back up and going now. I'm actually super excited about this. It was even like in the beginning when I first started my channel that I did a couple of like practice readings before saying, okay, we're going to post this one. So this one made the cut. So yeah, things are good. Alrighty, so hello there. Nice to see you too. So I feel like in your journey right now, or at least collectively speaking, that we're in a space of learning to still have empathy for people, even though they've kept secrets from us, or that they've lied to us or somehow betrayed us. It's still staying in that space of really just empathy. Like, and it's really weird to say that because for some people they're like, okay, well, if you lied on me and you sabotage me, you can quite literally go fork yourself. We're not good. We're not chill, you know, and, you know, let that turn into like resentment that like bubbles and boils and all that stuff, right? And then there's those who really actively work to do something a little different, and that's, you know, have empathy for that person, be able to see why they would do what they did, even if it doesn't make sense, even if it's something you would never do, especially to another person. You can see both sides of the situation, recognize, you know what, hey, if things had gone different in my life, maybe this situation could be reversed. And it's like when you take that viewpoint sometimes to things that like quite literally blow up in your face, number one, it's super hard to do that, I know from experience. But number two, when you do that, you're able to gain this perspective that it lets you take that next step of growth effortlessly, to view things in that way, if that makes sense. So like, I feel like there's going to be some information coming to you, or there's someone oh my god. Okay. We've got like 4 movement cards here. This situation has already been, okay, so here's where things get a little touchy. Because I am a person who does believe in free will, okay? Yes, there's our astrology chart that kind of lays out our path or whatever, you know, and then you've got that whole nature and nurture thing, you know, how you were taken care of in the home, and, you know, of course, the environment that you're in. All these things kind of play into as making us who we are, or help, I should say helping to build us to become who we are, right? But even within that foundation, there comes a period of time where we need to step up into some type of growth. So I kind of feel like the synchronicity machine, universal creator, you know, pick your poison on that for whatever you want to call it, energy, this higher level energy will sometimes put things in your path not to steamroll you, but to make you aware of some type of lesson, something that you need to change, something that you need to work through. Okay, it's usually like, I equivalent it to, or at least this particular energy, to something rushing in to light a fire up under your ass to make some kind of change that you've been resisting on making the change to. Okay, whatever that may be. So, you need more. Actually, let's go here. Yeah, you've got a multitude of movement cards here. This could be coming from, ooh. That does not feel good. Ugh, I'm legit getting nauseous right now. So what is this about? What is this coming through? Excuse me. Okay, so I'm getting a couple things here. Number one, I feel like you are in a process of healing, or you need to actively begin healing. Like, I'm specifically seeing like brow and crown and sacral and solar plexus. So like some combination of those two, or the higher and lower, need to be healed. And I also feel like, and this is going to sound possibly silly to everyone except for who this is supposed to resonate for, but you need to go dance in the rain like you used to. Whatever that means for whomever that is for. Okay? You need to go dance in the rain like you used to. So that's interesting. Yeah, you gotta give me more. Okay, so based on what keeps popping out, I feel like, yeah. Okay, so I feel like the information that's coming to you right now, whatever this is coming at speed, so I feel like it's like this information is being channeled through a higher source. It's coming through a person. It's coming out of left wing, probably through a phone or text, and it's coming very quickly. Okay? Interesting. Sagittarius, Moon, and Mercury I've got on my board, as well as Cancer, but all fire signs are on deck with Sagittarius at the forefront. So there's some kind of like, okay, yeah, y'all are totally gonna have to elaborate. Un momento, por favor. Okay. What? Oh my gosh, this is like the strangest reading I think I've ever run into. Like, okay. It has to do with happiness, emotional fulfillment, emotional completion, feeling like you've truly come into union with something, someone, or some aspect of yourself. Okay, this is the energy that doesn't make sense. So, okay. Okay. We're picking cards over here. So I feel like what's going on with some of you, or with a greater part of the collective anyway, is that especially, and I feel like this is affecting fire signs more. That card's not even turned over. I feel like this is specifically affecting fire signs more. Okay. Fire and water are being affected by this more than any other signs right now. But I feel like there's something you've been waiting to come into fruition. It's something that you've continuously been working for, and you're just exhausted and you're tired, constantly having to work for this thing. And so there's been this sense of grief, or this period of grief that you've had to go through. And what I'm feeling like is that this was necessary in order for you to get to this 10 of Cups energy. Okay, in order for you to unionize with self. You've had to go through this. But like, you're in a place right now of, actually I'm feeling like kind of wanting to give up. It's that nightmare energy. Okay, and it feels very isolating. Like, this is good Lord, if there's any way to really describe this energy, it's limbo energy, and I can completely relate to that, because that's where I was about a month ago now. Was this just weird limbo energy that I couldn't make sense of my head or my ass. It was very strange. So you're coming out of that, even though it doesn't seem like you're coming out of that. Like, a door is quite literally opening for you. Something has finally ripened. Okay, something is finally ready to really take off. And I don't know if it was just a necessary buildup of energy that was needed. I mean, if you look at it as how plums actually grow, I'm assuming these are plums. They look like plums. But if you look at how plums grow, or any food for that matter, there has to be a significant amount of sun, in order to help produce a good quality fruit. But even before you get there, you have to have moisture, and you have to have heat, and you have to have something to help fertilize the seed. You have to have food effectively for that plant to draw from that has the nutrients. So it's like all this stuff that you've been going through, or at least collectively that we've been going through, it's because the fruits were ripening, not because there weren't any, not because the tree hadn't been planted, not because the seed hadn't sprouted. It had. Okay? It's just a matter of waiting for the right time to pick the fruit. So now seems to be the right time to pick the fruit, because this is the energy that you're walking into, and it's particularly badass. Okay? I mean, check that out. Yeah. Okay, don't claw on my nails. I'm letting them breathe right now. So, yeah, this is like whatever you've been focusing on, it's now coming to fruition. Oh my gosh. And of course, beneath that, keep at it. Keep at it. This is good. This looks really good. So, I'm going to draw a hero card for you. It's like the hero's journey. I believe is what this deck is called. And I really like it. And we're going to see where this puts you at, or I should say where it puts the collective at this week, and you, if you resonate with this reading. Okay, thank you for giving me 3. I only wanted 1. Time for a quantum leap. Prepare for a makeover. Was I not just talking about like some type of spiritual message coming through? Yeah, things are about to take off. North Star, flip your inner light switch. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time to come out of this energy that you've been in. It's so interesting that this is coming up, because this is a similar conclusion that I came to quite literally about, I don't know, beginning of the year, a couple weeks ago, that, you know, it's kind of time to come out of this hermit energy that I've been in for a couple of years. All right. Divine discernment. Step back and find clarity. So again, let this information come to you. Okay? Because it is coming to you. And of course, be discerning. I'm not seeing anything here that is saying like you've got energy coming towards you that is just like ill intent, ill-willed, or whatever. You could end up with like 2 different sources of information and not be sure who you should believe, and of course, obviously use your discernment. But the most important thing out of this is, you know, as I like to say, follow your North Star. If it's not resonating, if it doesn't sit right, don't do it. Point blank, period. No need to go further than that. So that said, thank you so much for joining me. It is a pleasure to be back. Mwah! I love each and every one of you misfits out there.